Hey guys, Red02 here. This is like the 5th time I've tried making this video in the past 4 or 5 months, and each time I haven't liked the way it turned out, so let's see how this one does. Here's the F350 as it sits. This was done all the way back in October 6th. Did not have the front bumper on it, but other than that, it was running, driving this same color, and we took it up to Albion, PA, Dirty Cherry, and had a pretty good time. We didn't stay too long. It was start pouring down, raining. I couldn't really film anything, and hey guys, Red02 here. We're at Dirty Cherry, and we're kind of trying not to get wet right now, but the F350 is holding up pretty good, and Jamie's F150 is holding up pretty good.
Can we film it?
No, it wants to rain, and I got a pet dog now. But once this rain stops, maybe we'll get back out and get some video of the truck running. We didn't really have it through anything deep or anything thick, so I'm not too positive on how it ran, but I didn't have any issues with it other than a few the tire hitting the rocker panel, or the inner fender right here, so I did some trimming. But so I'm not entirely sure where we left off, but I have my track bar mount going up to the side of the frame. Just some 1/4-inch plate that was bent and welded straight to the axle tube and then up onto the side of the frame. Did not hook up sway bar to it. Like I said, I trimmed at the front, or at the back of the fender and in the front of the bumper so that the tires don't hit. I also did the same on the back. I just ended up extending my shock mounts so I could use, well, they're lifted shocks, but this is greater than an 8-inch lift, so they weren't quite long enough. But I just ended up putting a cross piece in the for the shackle mounts, a piece of square tubing, and it's they're both gusseted up into the frame, so they're bolted and welded, front and rear. And then I also ended up getting the transfer case clocking ring on there, and I ended up having to drop it 2.5 inches. I'm not too happy about some of this crude fabrication work, but I was trying to meet a deadline, so you end up half-assing a lot of stuff. So some of this stuff is going to end up getting redone. And here's my cross member that I ended up having to make. It's all out of 1/4 inch, and whenever I did, this was a stock cross member, so it went directly in the center of the output of the transfer case. So just made a big old U in there, or an N, and then cut out the original cross member. So that's all tightened up and sturdy, and I did a little angle brace in there on the side. So that's the F350 as it sits. I ended up driving 3.5 hours one way for some OBX headers for it, so those will be fun to put on because half the manifold studs are rotted out. But for right now, we're going to stick with the 1 tons, and depending on how long I run it this year, or how many times I run it this year, hopefully during the winter we can go 2.5 tons, or we can sell this truck and build a 70s Ford on 2.5 tons. So we'll see how it goes. We'll throw in some clips of it running and driving since it's been so long, and we'll catch you on the next one.
That's what happens when you send it a little too hard.
That is
loose.
No good. No good at all. God. Try not to gun it too bad.
I'm a little bit heavy, I'm sorry.
You're good.
Okay.
It's recording already.
So it's good?
Yep.
Thank you. Got a rep there, Ted.